So we have this app component it's part of the boilerplate component that the create React app created for us. Yes, we don't really care for it. We're just going to comment it out. We'll create our own components from scratch. Right. So let's create our own components. So in source, right? Probably it'd be good to create a directory specifically to put all our components in there. So let's create a directory called components. And in there, we'll create a brand new component, and we'll call it the Whiteboard component. And yes, we want to add it to our source control, of course. And so all these components that we're going to be building, they're all going to need to import React from scratch, right? We're going to need to, and there's our React. We won't need React DOM anymore. So you won't need to load the React DOM, right, from React DOM anymore. All right, that is only used at the top level index.js to map our high level components to the low level HTML div with the root. Yes, so we won't need that anymore. Right, so we don't need that. Right. Instead, we're going to create our very first component. Right, we're going to say class. Oops. Class whiteboard, right? And in here we're going to return whatever it is that we want to render, right? So it'll be something like h1 whiteboard. h1. Yes. Yeah, no, we'll do all that. Yep. So notice that it's complaining about the syntax, and it's probably because I'm using this ES6 syntax, right? And it's configured to be using an older JavaScript version. So we're going to go to WebStorm preferences, and somewhere in here, I believe languages and frameworks, JavaScript. Libraries. Yes. Yes. 6. Apply. Return. What am I? Oh, yes. I need to have a render in there. Yes, I should listen to my own cheat sheet here, right? So there it is. So it's render. So there's a function. Inside of that function, we have the return. I'm sorry? Yeah, so we're going to be looking at two types of components, the stateless components and stateful components. We'll first introduce stateful components, and then we'll talk about stateless. Still complaining. What am I missing here? Return, render. Function, return, let's see, unresolved variable whiteboard. What is it? All right, let's continue. It needs to also extend and say that it is a React component. Right, it needs to say that I am going to be a React component, right? And also, I need to make this available to everybody outside, right? So we're going to export it from here. We're going to say export into the default package, and it's still complaining. What are you not? What don't you like? Preferences, ES6. React JSX. What don't you like? Oh, okay, there it is. All right, so it's happy now. I'm sorry? Yep. All right, excellent. So notice that we've exported right here on the class, or we could have exported it, afterwards. We could say it's instead something like down here we could have done export default whiteboard, right? Either way, right? This is more terse of having it declared right on the class. And this export is what's going to allow me from the outside to be able to import it. Yes? I'm sorry? Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's the intent. And so, for instance, here in our index.js, instead of using this app, right, and this document, I'm going to instead import my new component, whiteboard, from components, whiteboard, and we can replace and be our own whiteboard here, right? That's going to recompile, deploy, and so we can see the component not work. Wait, what? React CSS loader and a file, no such file directory. Node modules CSS loader. Let me restart this. Let's see, where are we? npm start. Oops. Uh-oh. React scripts command not found. Oh my goodness. React script start. Did it uninstall something? It can play fail to start script. This is probably not a problem with npm. Blah 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 blah. Well, let me debug this.